Hello students, today we are going to do the last topic of lesson number 7, that is circle. Now the last topic is the circumference and the arc of a circle. Okay students, so this is the last topic. Now let us learn what is meant by circumference. Now see children, circumference of a circle is nothing but, it is defined as, I have written the definition, but children I will be sending you the PDF. From the PDF you will be writing the definition. Okay, now see children, what is circumference? First let us read. Circumference is defined as the distance around a closed circle. Okay, so circumference is nothing but a distance around a closed circle. Now here, suppose, see children, suppose let us take this example. Okay, so let us take one circle here. Now you can see I have drawn a circle. Now what is circumference? Circumference is nothing but this distance. Okay, this outer distance, this full distance is called the circumference. Okay, it is defined as a distance around a closed circle. So children, this is called, this distance, measure of this outer boundary of a circle is called the circumference. And part of the circumference, children, see children, this much. Okay, part of the circumference, this much. Okay, you can take any part of a circle. If you take this part, this part, this part, any part on a circle is called the arc of the circle. That is second top, that is a second next term what you are going to use in the now in the next practice problem set, that is arc of a circle. So the part of this circumference is called an arc. Okay, we use 3 letters to name the arc. And how to we read the names either in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Now see children, you can see this is a one circle we have drawn. Now as I said, this measure of this outer boundary, this is the circumference of a circle. You know this is a center, what we have learned. If we draw a line passing through the center will become the diameter. You can make a chord. You know what is a radius, right? So all that. Now the next term is arc. Arc is nothing but a part of a circle. Okay, a part of a circle is the arc. Now how to read the arc? Okay, so how are you going to read the arc? Name of the arc, you can read the arc like this way, clockwise also and anti-clockwise also. Now suppose, but you have to remember children that you will name the arc using 3 letters. You are going to name the arc using 3 letters. Now suppose I can name the arc CAB. Okay, how I can name the arc? Arc can be CAB or okay, CAB or BAC, any way, CAB. So you can write here arc, what it can be, arc CAB or okay, BAC. You can write anything as you want. Okay, that as per the. Now again see children, CDB, this is also forming an arc. Okay, what is an arc? CD, okay, CDB, then arc DBA, arc DBA. Okay, then you can name the arc ACD, arc ACD. So using 3 letters you can name many arcs in a circle. Okay children, so like this way you can name the arc of a circle, but you have to remember that you have to use 3 letters to name the arc of a circle. Okay, I can also give the name to the arc as, say for example, we can start C, D, B, we have already named. D, B, A, that also is a B, A, C, that also we have named. Okay, so you can name. Now sometime question comes like this way, that name the arc that starts with, okay, sometime the question can come like name the arcs that points anything that starts with the letter, any letter is given. Suppose if I ask a question, name the arc that starts with letter B, then children you have to start with that letter. That means suppose if I say, then it will be BAC, you can write BDC. Okay, so if I just say the start point that start the arc from B, then you can name either from this side or this side. That means BAC or BDC. Okay children, so these are the 2 terms which I had to explain you. Now simple. Now see children, suppose if you take one more example, okay, now you can see this is a bangle, right? Now this measure, outer measure of the bangle, okay, this is a bangle, so the outer measure of this bangle is nothing but the circumference of the circle. Clear children? And here see children, one question I had sent in that for homework, in that what will be the inner measure, okay, what shape we are getting the inner side of a bangle. So in that you are going to write the answer. What shape we are getting children inside the bangle? What shape is there? Circle. So you are going to write the answer circle. Okay children, so in the homework I had sent you some questions to solve. In that this type of oral type questions were there, right? What you can see, observe the picture and answer the following question. In that it was there, right? In that first question was what parts of a circle you can see. So in that question it is a, you can see circumference, you can see radius, you can see chord, you can see diameter, right? Then when that I also remember that one more question, okay, what shape will be formed in the inside inner side of the bangles, okay, something like that question it was. So what shape is forming inside the bangle is nothing but circular shape. Now see children, coming to how to measure, the next point is, okay children, now let us see how we can measure the circumference. So children, this notes I will be sending in the PDF, you will copy from that, okay? So this from the video there is no need to copy, you copy from the PDF. Now students, you have understood what is circumference. So children, now I hope that you have understood what is meant by circumference and what is meant by arc of a circle, right? From now the question arises, if, okay, how to measure the circumference. Okay, we know circumference is nothing but the closed, okay, the distance around a closed circle. Now if an object is straight, you can use your scale, or right, you can use the different instruments for measuring. But in case of circular objects children, any circular objects, how are you going to find the circumference? So for that reason children, to find the circumference of a circular region, what you will be doing, there are very different methods. Now you cannot roll your scale, right? You cannot roll your scale. So what is the easiest method? What you can do, you can take a small thread, or any small thread you can take, and then just what you will do, just hold the thread here and just go on rotating this thread, okay, keeping one end fixed, and just go on rotating this thread. So here see children, you can see I have just rotated the whole thread around the circular object. Yes or no? Now what to do children, where your, okay, where both the ends are meeting, that point you will just pick up that point, and what is there, that how much thread was used to put around the circle, this much, right? This much thread was used, okay, to what to do, to circulate around the circular object. This much thread was used to circulate around the circular objects. Then what you will do, you will take your scale, okay children, this much was used. So what are you going to do, you are going to take your scale, and then till, okay, it was still here, that means this much is extra, okay, this much was extra. So what are you going to do, either you can cut that extra part, okay, this was extra, so you can cut the extra part, okay. Now we have cut the extra part, and this is the exact, okay, exact thread that we use to circulate around the, and then with the help of the scale, what are you going to do, just, okay, put the thread here, you can see children, yes, you can just put the thread on the scale, and you can see it is how much, 20 centimeter. See here children, here is this, the thread is getting over at 20, okay, and so this is nothing but 20 centimeter. That means children, what is the circumference of this bangle, what is the circumference of the bangle circumference is, okay, I'll just write on the top, circumference, okay, what is the circumference, I got 20 centimeter. So like this way children, you can use this, okay, with the help of thread, any thread, you can find the circumference of any objects which you see around, okay, in your day-to-day life. You can also use your bottle cap, you can take the bottle cap. Now see children, once you have you can take the bottle cap, and then you can rotate. Okay, what you can do, you can put the thread around it. You can rotate the thread and then you can take the measure of the thread. So you can find the circumference of any circular object by using this method. You can use the tape also if the objects are big. Okay, how in means practically how they measure big objects, circular objects circumference. They use, children, there are different types of instruments, measurements. We have meter, scale, and other means which we can rotate. So they use like that way, or you can use a thread method. Any method you can use to find the circumference of a circular object. Now children, let us start with problem set 31. Okay, problem set 31. Now here the question is, you can take your textbook, page number 45. In the figure given alongside, points S, L, M and N are on the circle. Answer the following questions with the help of the diagram. Now here there is a diagram, children, and looking at the diagram we have to answer the question. Our first question is, first one is, write the names of the arcs with end point S and M. So what is the question? The end point should be S and M. Means what? That the arc should start with S and end with M. The arc name that we are going to give should start with S and end with M. So children, I am writing here. It's a problems. You are going to solve these exercise practice set in your classwork book. After writing the notes which I'll be sending you, first you copy the notes and then write this problem. You will solve this problem set first. I am doing so. Okay, so this is question first one. Now question you will be copying from your textbook. Now look here children, what here arc that start with S will be SLM, right? So you can write the name and that ends with M. So first answer, question first one answer is arc SLM, or also you can say children, okay, so SLM or S, children, SNM. So either clockwise or anti-clockwise, but the condition given is arc SNM. So this is the answer of your first question first one. Now question second one is, write the names of the arcs with end points L and N, children. L and N. L is here, N is here. So you can write L, M, N. So first arc will be arc L, M, N. L, M, N. And second one will be L, S, N. Arc L, S, N. Okay children. So any one arc name you can write first. This is your answer of the question number first question and second question. Now let us start with the second question, children. Write the names of the arcs that points A, B, C and D given in the circle give rise to. So children, you can name the arcs which starts with A, B, C, D. Okay, clockwise, anti-clockwise. So I am writing the few one. You can write the other side also. So for answer will be, now the arc that starts with A, you can write A, B, C or A, D, C. So arc A, B, C. So children, you can write just one name of the arc. Okay, so one is enough. Then arc that starts with B, B, C, D. Arc B, C, D. Then arc C, D. Okay children, C, D, A. Now one thing remember children, that naming of the arc you have to use 3 letters, that is compulsory, and before writing the name, okay, letters, you have to write the word arc, A-R-C, arc ABC. If you don't write this arc word and you are just writing ABC, then it will be wrong children. Okay, because we don't know what you want to show, right? Now arc CDA and arc, okay, DAB, arc DAB. Now in this question only children, some students will name the arc, okay, this we have clockwise, some students will write the name anti-clockwise, so that also is correct. Now somebody will write the name arc ADC, that is also correct, means we get two arcs with one star. So I have just written this. You can also name is at arc ADC. You can go reverse also, but you can write only one name is enough. Clear children? Now going to the third question. Okay, let us start with the third. Give the names of the arcs that are made by points P, Q, R, S, T in the figure. Now this is the same question just like what we have done for this previous one. So your question third answer will be, what is the question? What are the arcs that begin with P, Q, R, S, T? That means you will just write one arc that starts with those letters. That means let us start with arc, first letter R. So we write arc P, Q, R, P, Q, R. Then you can write arc Q, R, S. Then you can write arc R, S, T, right? Then you can write arc S, T, S, T, P, right? Then you can write arc T, P, Q, T, P, Q. That means children, you are writing, okay, one arc starts with P, okay, second arc Q, R, S, T. So we have completed. This is your question number 3. And the last question is question number 4. Measure and note down circumference of different circular objects. It is convenient to use measuring tape for this purpose. So you can use measuring tape also. You can rotate the measuring tape. But if you don't have measuring tape, children, you can use the thread method, what I have told, that measure with the thread and measure the thread on the scale. So you will get the, so for this question number 4, children, what you will do, okay, you will make 2 columns, okay, so you will write circular objects and write here circumference. 2 columns you will make circumference. Now first, as I have done for bangle, how much what was the circumference? 20 centimeter. Now second, what you will take, you can take bottle lid, find the circumference with the help of thread. Third, you can take some circular bowl from your kitchen, from the kitchen, that also you can find, okay. You can take, if you have CD player or something, something circular CD, you can find the circumference. So like this way, 4 objects you will take and find their circumference. That will be your question number 4. Now see children, so with this we have completed a portion for the first semester exam, that is first term. 7 lessons are over children. Now it is a request to you children, start practicing one lesson, okay. First lesson just practice and keep it nicely. So one by one chapters you are going to do revision on, okay, start your revision seriously. First lesson, okay, you will make one timetable, there you are writing maths, and then you will practice lesson number 1, then just put a tick mark. First write the name of all the lessons. As you complete your revision, okay, revision you can do in your homework book. It is not necessary that you will use to solve all these sums, but for how you are going to revise, okay, but you are going to do writing practice. So once you complete first chapter revision, if you are thorough with first chapter, put a tick mark. Second lesson, if you are completed thorough with second lesson, put a tick mark. That means you will know that how much you have prepared, okay. And I will be taking revision test also before the exams, okay. Revision test I will be taking, and that also I'll just inform you well in advance. On Wednesday I will be informing you about the revision test. Now students, just remember 2 things. Now here for maths, one assignment again I'll be sending you. I'll give the assignment on Wednesday, which you will solve on a foolscape paper and submit me. I'll be giving you the date, okay. So on that day you will submit. That will be for your internal marks, okay. That will be your formative evaluation part. And one revision test I will be taking. Now instead of taking oral, okay children, instead of taking things orally, you will solve and send me, okay. I'll be taking the test. Based on that I'll be giving you the internal marks, because one test is already over. This also will be the test, and before also I have given you the assignments in, right. So now one assignment will be given to you on Wednesday, and one revision test I will be taking, which I will declare the date on Wednesday. That test you are going to take very seriously, okay. So I said you are just going to start your practice for exams, and that test will be for internal evaluation. That means your formative evaluation. So the oral which was supposed to be like tables and all, till now you was giving oral, but then I am taking it in the form of writing. Okay, because sometimes I have just observed that some students are not very comfortable in saying orally when I was trying with other classes, but then they were not able to express properly, and they were not able to, because of network issues and all. So there were issues with audio, means voice with clarity, and different parameters problems were there, different factors were there. So because of that I have just come to a conclusion that it is better for me to take a written test. I'll be taking a revision test. Okay, and based on that will be internal evaluation will be done. Okay, so watch the videos, and all maths videos are already there on the YouTube channel, children. If you have forgotten any point or anything related to now any chapter previously what I have already taught you, what you will do, you just go to those our YouTube channel, that is our where all maths videos are there. Just click on that and just see the chapters one by one, what for revision. Okay, that will become, so you will have no difficulty in doing the revision. Okay, thank you for watching. And before that I'll be having one Zoom session also with you, children. Maybe possibly that also I'll declare on Wednesday, when I'll be taking a Zoom session, live Zoom session, so that you can related to this Zoom session will be general, children, that I'll be speaking about all the subjects also, and any other doubt if you have any queries, if you have related to the portion, related to the syllabus and anything, that I'll be clearing your doubts in that Zoom session. Still if you have doubt you can send me a message, but Wednesday I'll declare you the date when I'm going to take the Zoom session for you. Okay, till then have a nice day, watch the video, complete the problem set 31 before I'm sending the PDF, so first you copy that and then complete problem set 31. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.